big shot from his prison cell in California. The victim's identity stolen from pin pads at banks and supermarkets. The victim stunned that the alleged mastermind, the day-to-day manager of this scam, was a prison inmate.
Yeah, that blows my mind.
Here, members of the ID theft ring are caught on tape after stealing a pin pad from a supermarket in Rhode Island. Meantime, the LA District Attorney alleges another crew of identity thieves, also taking their marching orders from the same boss in prison, pulled off a similar scam in LA County. Here, hundreds, possibly thousands of customers who swiped their bank cards through pin pads at Wells Fargo branches in Vaughn, Stater Brothers, and Ralph's grocery stores in LA County had their identity stolen. The Wells Fargo scam made easier because the bank, after closing hours, left its pin pads in those grocery stores out in the open, unattended, outside the teller windows. But while the banks were closed, the supermarkets remained open, often late into the night. The identity thieves took advantage of this. According to the cops, they went into these locations posing as shoppers, using grocery bags to hide what they were up to, swapping out the bank's pin pads for ones of their own that they had equipped with tiny recording devices. After hundreds of customers swiped their cards through the rigged pin pads, the crooks allegedly returned, scooped up everyone's account and their PIN numbers off the recording devices, and coded blank bank cards with the stolen data, and bingo, it was payday. This San Gabriel Valley landscaper, one of those who got ripped off.
This is like a mafia.
In just 1 week, Ricardo Tiara had $2,400 skimmed out of his Wells Fargo account. In Rhode Island, authorities say the crooks made off with more than $500,000. 4 LA men busted for this in February 2007. They've already pled guilty and are serving federal prison terms. In the LA County ID thefts, at least 200 victims so far, more than $150,000 stolen, but the final losses expected to go much higher. In this search warrant, LADA investigators claim the Rhode Island and LA identity theft crews were taking instructions on how to run the scam in phone calls with ringleader Acop Kandrzian, while Kandrzian was in this federal prison in San Diego. The search warrant says Kandrzian, again over the phone from prison, even instructed his crews on how to split the loot. Kandrzian decides who gets how much and tells Stepanian to buy things for his wife and to put the money into his account. In May, only 2 months after his release from prison, Kandrzian was arrested again and arraigned on 99 felony counts stemming from the alleged Wells Fargo ID thefts. The 28-year-old heavily tattooed Kandrzian also has been a high-ranking member of Armenian Power, a Los Angeles street gang.
This the West Side Armenian Power.
Through songs and videos on YouTube, Armenian Power, or AP13, portrays itself as a gang you don't mess with. And Kandrzian has been one of the gang's most enterprising members, according to this gang detective.
He's been a long-standing member since he was a teenager. Not your typical street gang member that we're used to dealing with. Beyond that of just being disciplined, he's certainly extremely intellectual.
These photos of Kandrzian's tattoos identify his gang affiliation and pay tribute to his brother, also a gang member, shot to death in the early 1990s, apparently by a rival gang. Like most of those charged in the identity theft ring, Kandrzian's also in the U.S. illegally. In fact, he was supposed to be deported years ago.
I know he was ordered removed. Unfortunately, that did not happen.
Kandrzian got a deportation order like this one in 2001. But even after he was supposed to be deported, Kandrzian was convicted of illegal firearms possession and identity theft and violated his parole by consorting with Armenian Power gang members. Also charged with numerous counts of ID theft in L.A., Tigran Gadyan. After losing his fight for political asylum with U.S. immigration authorities, Gadyan was finally ordered deported to Armenia in January. He remains at large a fugitive. According to the Armenian government, these men are not their citizens, never have been, and as a result, they refuse to take them back, and the men stay in the United States. According to an immigration official, it's a dirty little secret, that there are a number of countries, not just Armenia, that refuse to take back their nationals even after they've been discovered living here in the United States illegally and have been subject to deportation. Because of these diplomatic roadblocks, Kandrzian may not be deported anytime soon, if at all. But for the time being, he and his co-defendants are cooling their heels in LA County Jail awaiting trial. A spokesman for the jails assures us that this time around, Kandrzian's jailhouse phone calls are, quote, very much on our radar screen. In Los Angeles, I'm John Schweda, Fox 11 News.